Hello, Beans. Welcome to Deadsville Horror Talk.
Hi, Scream Hearts.
It's been a little while since we've been here, and we're back for a special Valentine's episode.
Yes.
Since we all went and checked out the new Valentine's slasher, Heart Eyes. I don't know how to do it. Heart.
You got to do one heart.
Yeah. So yes, we went and checked out Heart Eyes. I feel like I need to slide down more. You guys gotta slide over.
Yeah, your head's so big.
I'd like a bunch of room over.
Yes, you gotta slide over, little Mads. And there we go. All right, yeah, I'm better. I'm more in the frame.
See, you always squishing me.
Whatever. It's because you're squishy.
Oh, you all heard that, right? You all heard that.
Yes, it's been a minute, but we're back. We wanted to get this review in. As always, we will do a spoiler-free review. Before we get into spoilers, we'll give you a heads up so you can see if you haven't seen the movie yet, you can still watch the spoiler-free section. And then if you don't want anything spoiled, you can tune out and come back later. If you have seen it already, though, obviously you can jump in the chat and give us your thoughts. Don't spoil anything in the chat until we get to the spoiler section, please, because yes, if people are listening for the review right now, they don't want to see any spoilers in the chat either.
Yes, this is true.
Heart Eyes, Steph Infection. Why don't you tell us what we're looking at here? First of all, what is this slasher, Valentine slasher rated?
Oh, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it's rated R. Just wanted to double check because you don't know it anymore. Yes, it is rated R. It is 1 hour and 37 minutes, and yeah, I'm gonna just see if there's a better synopsis down here.
Yeah, you look for that. I'm looking for how to share screen now. There we go.
It's
in a different spot.
What happened? Yep, it's the same thing. Yep, same old thing. That's right. Okay, so while you're doing that, let me give you the synopsis.
Go ahead,
people. All right. For the past several years, the Heart Eyes killer has wreaked havoc on Valentine's Day by stalking and murdering romantic couples. This Valentine's Day, no couple is safe. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Okay, they changed everything around here.
It should do like instead of dun dun dun, it should just be like a heartbeat. Boop boop. Boop boop.
Okay. Can I customize this?
Did they change it or did you forget?
No, they changed it around on me. There used to be a way to just change our view right down here, like how the windows showed. Now we're this tiny little thumbnail down here at the bottom. I don't know how to.
They did.
I don't know what the hell's going on. It's only going to maximize that.
Yeah, but that's okay for the trailer part.
And here's customized, but it won't do anything.
Because we looked big when it first started. So that's fine. Just for the...
I don't know what the hell happened. And here...
For the trailer.
I guess, extra camera, share screen, local video. Nope. It's not in there either. Restream changed some stuff on us. Sorry, folks.
Whoop.
We're going to start the trailer over either way, so hang on. And we'll put the sound on as well.
I did not click that. Why does it keep bringing me to a weather radar?
All right, here's the trailer for Heart Eyes.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch.
For the past 2 years, a masked maniac known as the Heart Eyes Killer has stalked,
hunted,
and brutally slain couples on Valentine's Day.
With no motive yet uncovered.
This is more than just murder. He's like Cupid with a kink.
We're being chased by a fucking serial killer.
Hey, you good?
He's gonna keep killing people. We end it here.
Hey, come on.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy V-Day!
Get killed, all right?
What was...
Why would he say that?
All right, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
I never watched that trailer. I watched the other one because that gave a lot of the good
It
stuff
did.
away in there. Some
Yeah,
of the really
I
cool
couldn't
ones.
really see that clear. I mean, the ending I saw, but I don't remember which. If I even.
All right, well, let's start right off the bat. Obviously, this is from the producers of Scream. You saw that in the trailer, and this is a very Scream-esque kind of slasher.
Yeah,
I would say.
Definitely.
Like 90s and 2000s slasher films.
Yeah,
It's
very much
exactly
so.
like late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, it has heavy Scream vibes, heavy 2000s
Mhm.
kind of.
My
Absolutely.
my wheelhouse. I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah, there's a lot of dark humor in here, a lot of
Mhm.
tongue-in-cheek stuff, a lot of satire kind of woven in. Let's see.
There is I don't think this is giving anything away. There was a clothes changing montage that was checked off every like girl box.
Oh yeah.
A girl like movie early. I was like, that's from that movie. That's from that movie. And that was fun. I don't think that's just something fun in there. But I was like, okay, that's Cher's outfit. There's Michelle and Romy. There was all these like.
there was a bunch of stuff that was very.
They said certain lines, and you could just see her all the.
There's a lot of
influence.
homage to the old
90s and 2000s. It was
slashers.
great.
So,
Even just little one-liners. So it was a lot of fun all around.
Yeah, and obviously being from the producers of Scream, it's very. It's going to kind of follow that similar formula.
Which even with like Scream, it was kind of like it's comedy, but it's still you're still jumping, like jump scares with comedy. And that's kind of that's why I loved Scream.
Oh yeah, and this one had plenty of jump scares. But before we get to that, let's real quick, let's start with the character design, and let's start with Maddy at the end. So you can go first with your thoughts on the character design.
What, for the-
real
for the
quickly for the killer? Yeah.
I loved it. I honestly loved it. And when I first looked at it, I don't know if any of you guys know what I'm going to be talking about, but there was someone on Instagram that had a hockey mask. It was like a Jason Voorhees hockey mask, and they gave him hard eyes. And I wonder if they saw this mask online and was like, we could turn that into a slasher. But I love like the leather and the hard eyes and that like everything glows. I thought it was a really cool character design, and I very much enjoyed it. He is very much like Jason.
He was, but I think he was more like he was brutal, but I feel like he's definitely way more skilled.
Oh, definitely. Well, yeah, because he's not just like
I don't want to get too deep, right? Yeah, let's not go too deep into it, but I want to feel like he's way more skilled.
He was talented in his craft.
Yeah. But back to the design, you agree, Steph? No, Steph.
Oh, me, yeah, no, I did agree, and I didn't know about the whole Jason mask with the hardest, but I bet you that's kind of where maybe they saw it and got and then let's make a movie out of that. Who knows? They could have paid that person for their design, or just to say, hey, we're going to make a movie out of this. We'll give you something. So it's something worth looking into. I got I know you said Jason kind of like the way he walked, but I was like, I don't know, like Mike Myers kind of like, because he could be fast. He was just like always there,
Yeah.
I
could see that because he was quick.
Yeah, he was quick, but it was fun. He was a fun character and very, I don't know, believable, actually, like not like one of these fake.
Well, design-wise, I thought I liked the mask. I liked that the eyes glowed. I had trouble making out that it was like a little bit of a smiley face
Oh,
at
was
the
it?
mouth.
I didn't
You
even
guys
catch
didn't even
that.
clock
No,
that. Yeah,
I didn't
see,
even catch it.
I figured most people
thought he
didn't
didn't
clock
have
it.
a mouth.
There is I know there's no
Really?
mouth, but when they go,
Not
if
a
you
mouth?
go and look at the mask and you get in the close-ups in certain scenes, and go ahead and Google it, there is the outline of a smiley face on there. It is like a,
Huh.
if you go to some images, see right
yeah.
there,
Yeah,
you see it?
look at
There's
that.
like a big
You
grin.
know what? Maybe I did notice that, but I guess
Yeah.
it didn't clock it. Like
It's
it wasn't
not as-
important
Right. Well,
because the eyes were
and
important.
it's so dark. Like this is our scenes, and I'm sorry, I should bring some of these up and share the screen again.
Yeah.
It's so hard to share the screen now. I hate that they did this. It was so easy to just be like, yeah, share screen.
Oh yeah, I gotta do too many
I
clicks.
do all this,
No, I
and
guess
then
I
bring
did
the
notice the
screen
mouse, but
I kind of forgot.
I
about
forgot
it.
about it. I almost thought it was just like a baseball kind of with eyes. Like
I know because
Do you
he
know what
just
I mean?
looks
Like
like a big he's like a big leather. It's a big full head mask. It's like a
Yeah.
full.
yeah, but it definitely is cool. It's a cool design.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I liked it.
Unforgettable.
I liked his I like the fact that he was kind of like, he wasn't just big and plodding though, like Jason and Michael. I felt like he wasn't as large, obviously. He was more like, he was a stalker, but again, like more
That reminds me of Jason.
like Jason's like a
Totally.
mindless killing machine. Same with Michael. They just kind of like plow through stuff.
Yeah, they're like
Like-
they're like.
yeah, but
kinda
there was
like
moments of that.
berserkers.
But he had both. He had both sides of it. I think where.
I get it, but
Just the
this
trench
just
coat.
felt like a way more, almost like I hate, like a tactical killer, like the way that
With the
he went
trench
about some
coat
of the
and
stuff.
he was
Like
kinda-
from the
yeah.
outfit, from the design, from the way he walked, from the way he stalked them.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
we
this was
all
a way
see
more-
what we associate it with, and that's why it's always going to be cool and different.
Yeah, I like the design. It's almost like a football helmet.
That's what I
Kind of like an old
a
school
helmet.
leather, like a football or something that they.
Well, I said I
Already cut to
immediately
make a
thought like a
helmet.
baseball
face.
like mask, and then I was like the old ass football helmets. It looks like the pigskin.
Oh, it won't even let me show pictures. There we go. So you guys can see what we're talking about. I'm gonna click right on this. So there he is in one of the. Yeah, I mean the
there's like a little
mask
eyebrows.
has like a leathery
Yes.
texture
Yeah.
to it. I like. Well, like, so not just eyebrows. If you look, that's going to make a heart down to the mouth.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't
See
even
that?
notice that.
How the way that
Yeah,
like it's heart eyes, but if you look above the eyes, the eyebrow kind of
Yeah.
face piece cuts all the way around and down
Yeah, how
to
about
connect
that?
with the corners of the smile.
yeah, I see that.
So that the bottom of the grin is kind of like the
Yeah, it's
so-
definitely cool. I like the mask.
yeah, I dug it. I
It's
dug it.
it's kind of funny because with the heart eyes, he's almost kind of cute. I think he's kind of cute.
I think he looks like he
Like,
would
look
feel
at his
slimy.
Here's the-
eyes.
I don't
right
see
here.
him cute.
He's kind of cute.
I think he looks
That's-
slimy.
I mean,
I don't know why. It's that leathery look. It looks almost like
yeah.
wet.
Like, all right. So let me add this to the equation here. His look and the way that he walks, and the fact that I find him a little bit more stalkerish, a little bit more tactical and intelligent about the way he goes about things, makes him scarier to me. Because me as a person, like, all right.
Oh, you think you could mess
Not
with
that I
some
could
Jason and Michael?
No, but Jason
Oh,
and
yes,
Michael
I
are
see
like
where this is
mindless
going.
killing machines. So I'm like, I could outwit them. I could outsmart them. I could get away somehow because I won't be a dumb person making dumb decisions in a
Evil
horror
never
movie.
dies.
I would be like, no, you know what I would be like? I'm a trained professional. I'd be like Busta Rhymes. Come on, Michael. Fighting.
No one's seeing this.
Yeah,
They think he did it
well,
on purpose. Actually,
anyway.
nobody's seeing it. Anyway.
At any rate, I
Yeah,
kind of feel like that was one of the things that I always thought about when the Busta Rhymes scene took place in that Halloween movie,
Yeah, yeah.
the Halloween, riot, whatever the fucking one was.
Fourth or fifth.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I was like, all right, so what if somebody who's actually trained comes up against Michael? Like, what if Michael goes to kill
You ain't
some,
Jackie.
like,
Come on, you ain't Jackie.
I'm not
Chan.
talking about me. I'm talking about in general. I'm talking about like it's always like Jason and
There's
Michael are
always,
always
somebody.
right.
Yeah.
And even when Jason went onto the spaceship to fight the commandos, the Space Marines, they were some bungling idiots for Space Marines. They weren't like the Jason X Space Marines would have gotten their asses kicked by the alien Space Marines.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, the alien Space Marines were pretty well trained. If Jason would have fought like the Hicks and the alien Space Marines and all them, maybe a little, they would have given him more of a fight.
Yeah.
But
nobody. You want to switch it back to us?
it's not. It's on both of us.
No, it's not.
Oh, well, it is down there.
That's why I said it twice, because I was like, I think you think people can see you right now.
They could. We were at the tiny little.
If they got
thing
a
at the
little
bottom.
magnifying glass, there we go.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
better. But yeah, no, I feel like, was there any movie that had like a skilled, like a trained ninja or something against?
Not like a ninja, but that would be
cool. That'd be
good. Jason versus Ninja.
I would watch that.
Hell yeah.
I would watch that too.
Just give me some
We should,
credit for
that could be
coming
a
up with
spoof.
it.
That's my next spoof. Jason versus Ninja. Lauren Mauser, hello. Thanks for checking in. Paul Friggin Stanley gave us the finger.
Yeah,
Thanks, Paul.
I saw that earlier.
Appreciate that. Yeah, well, I mean, Bronski kind of battles with Jason X. Jason X.
Oh, the big.
He's like the commander of the.
Yeah.
So at the end, when all the other Marines are done, you got Bronski, and he's kind of giving him a little bit of a show, and then he pokes him in the. He's like, take more than that to put this old dog down, and he sticks it through him twice, and he's like, yeah, that ought to do it. And that's the end of Bronski. At least.
I mean, there's always like that. You need that last like final girl scene in a lot of those movies, like the older movies, especially where they like outsmart him. But then they think they got away, but then did they?
He's got to come back.
He's going to come back. So, but it's just.
You always want that last.
But that's why, kind of like Scream and like the Ghostface, like he was quick, he was grabbing stuff. Even though he was kind of funny, it was just like, I don't know. He always got like, he gave it his all, so it was super scary,
Well, yeah, and that's why.
And tactical with the voices and stuff and the phone calls.
Right, and to an extent, like I believed in Ghostface in the first ones. I was like, okay, those dudes are pretty athletic looking. Yeah, they could probably do some of that shit.
Well, there's like 900 ghosts.
The high school girl that killed Dewey, I call bullshit on.
Yeah,
There's no fucking way. I don't give a shit. Dewey's a fucking trained professional. You gonna tell me some 98-pound high school girl's going to overpower and kill him? No. Justice for Dewey.
Did him dirty.
Justice for Dewey. All right. Anyway, back to Hard Eyes. You can tell this one was also the same guys, and they just kind of up the ante with more, with the person being even more skilled behind the mask.
Oh, yeah.
In this one.
Yeah.
So let's talk about our cast. How do we like our cast?
I thought our cast, I like them. I thought.
Go ahead.
This is our lead, Adeline? Is that her lead? Lauren O'Hara?
Check. I'm going to go to our.
Doesn't look like her.
I know.
Oh, yeah, because she's a redhead. I thought she played it well. Like, I don't know if they were funny. And none of them have pictures. What was the guy's name?
I know. I'm not I have no idea. Who these people
I thought they were funny together. They were cute together.
Oh, that's right. It was, what's his name? It was Cuba Gooding Jr.'s son.
Cuba's son.
Why isn't he like, where the hell is he? He's not even on the cast, the IMDb top cast page. What is going on?
That's crazy.
And here she is. Olivia Holt is.
Oh, that I knew that wasn't the one.
Yeah, this is a mess. Wow, their IMDb page is.
I was like, wait, that's her. That's why I was like, that doesn't look like her at all.
Maybe all cast and crew.
That's what I'm in right now.
All right, let's try that. No, this is what happens when you have a bunch of extras put their own credits in the damn movie. Look.
Oh, they're all listed first.
Wesley Dowdell, waiter.
Oh my God, they're all listed first.
Moviegoer.
No, it says in credits order though. Were these people? Oh, because the opening scene.
In credits.
That was the girl in the opening scene.
Okay, so.
Yeah, but you shouldn't do it that way.
Yeah, that's a mess.
Yeah, you should never do it that way.
That's a mess. The IMDb page is a mess for this. So there's Ben Black, who plays the ex-boyfriend, who she's here he is. Here's Mason Gooding Jr. Gooding, who plays Jay Simmons. So yes, it's our two leads are Mason Gooding, who's the son of Cuba Gooding Jr. And where is she?
I don't know. I lost her.
This thing is a mess. Olivia Holt.
Olivia
plays
Holt.
Allie McCabe.
Yeah.
Right?
I thought they were cute together. I thought they did it well. They weren't.
I'm going to the Wikipedia page.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably. Oh, let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Olivia Holt, Mason Gooding. We got our.
Yeah, because that's a mess.
Yeah, if you go even just at the top, it just lists them. She kind of plays a. I guess like kind of doesn't need anyone. Doesn't want. She's
she just got out of a relationship.
Yeah, so she's like got a wall up, you know. But you know, like nothing in this movie, like even that wasn't like overdone. Like, you know, she has an ex. They run into the ex, you know, and that's kind of how they you know, what were they getting, coffee? I kind of forget a lot of things.
Well, that's why.
They got the same coffee. They got the same coffee. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so let's keep
That was funny.
For the past few years, a serial killer known as Heart Eyes has moved from different cities in the United States, killing multiple couples on Valentine's Day. And that's kind of like our setup. So Heart Eyes has been around for a little while. He's already a legend. He's already known to be a slasher that comes up the last few years on the holiday. So in present year, Heart Eyes moves to Seattle and murders two couples, one at a winery and another at a spa. And
can I just say I did not care that one at the winery got killed?
Oh, I wanted them. I was like,
yeah!
Dude, that's totally, that's.
And it's the opening scene, so you're not going to really spoiling.
Yeah,
plots.
they're so shitty. Yeah. I guess we're going to get to spoil. You know what? Yeah, before we go through all this, let's give our quick review. Yes or no, thumbs up, thumbs down, that kind of stuff.
Double thumbs up.
Definitely thumbs up.
Yeah,
I really
enjoyed this. This was
I love
fun.
this. Yeah.
I'll tell you a couple of things that I thought that it worked great as a date movie because there was a lot of chemistry between the two leads, and
you're just waiting for them.
Yeah, you were waiting for it, and you knew the whole time, and he was adorable, and she was like had this wall up, and you knew he was slowly chipping away at it. But they're doing this while they're being chased the whole time, 90% of the movie,
and there's still comedy and jumps and blood and like with all of that and a love story. So if everything fit and nothing was like too much, you know.
And what I really loved about it, and this is one thing that I will say that the Scream people do really well, is you literally never know when the killer is going to jump out. You feel safe. There's safe times in this movie where you're just like, you're just like, it feels like there's a lull, and all of a sudden it's just like, boom.
It's so funny
they don't give a shit.
Because
whether it's a huge crowd or like somewhere, they could be literally anywhere, and they're going to get you. And just when they fucking think that, just when you think that there's someplace safe, the killer does not give one single fuck.
No.
Not one fuck. He will go anywhere and do anything to get to them. And it just ups the ante so much that the jump scares can come out at any time.
Because that's the thing, because everyone just starts running, but you would think that I don't know, if you go out into a crowd, like somebody's
don't get it too much into that, but yes.
Well, no, I'm just saying, it's any point during the movie.
A lot of times, though, you feel like you're safe in a crowd. When you get to the public place, you feel like you're safe. When that's something we're told, get to a public place, meet people in a public place. If you're going to meet a stranger, going to meet somebody, meet them in a public place. You're going to go sell something online, do it in a public place. So the fact that the killers in these movies are not afraid to go into a public place in broad daylight, in the middle of the day, or an event or something.
It makes
like
it
we've seen it in Thanksgiving too. With
that's what I was thinking.
Man, I love it.
It's funny that you mentioned like how there's lulls, but you don't know when anything's gonna happen. There were times in this movie where like I forgot it was a horror movie. I thought I was watching like a romantic,
like a rom-com. Yeah. And then you'd be like, oh,
and it's like,
it's a murderer.
Yes, totally. So
I loved every bit of this because I love all of that.
I loved everything about it.
Yeah, it was a great holiday movie for Valentine's Day. It's a great date movie. Totally works as a rom-com, but it also gets your blood going and like the jump scares are great.
Oh yeah,
and it's rated. Got me. It's rated R because the gore is really good too.
Oh God, some of it. Holy crap.
The kills are creative. They're bloody. Absolutely. They don't hold back. There's no PG-13. off-screen kills in this bullshit. I'm pretty sure
They show everything.
There was
sure
one
everybody-
I thought was going to be an off screen. I just remember going, this could have been. And I was like, oh, no, it's not. It was just the way the camera was going up, and I won't get into detail. And then it was like, whoop, and I was like, ah!
yeah, they don't do the stupid PG-13 off-screen kill crap in this one. It's great. It's it totally worth the price of admission.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, yes.
I'll watch it again.
So yeah, I give it.
Yeah, I would
thumbs
like to
up.
watch it again, actually.
Mhm.
Yeah, when it comes out streaming, we saw it in the theater, but
Yeah.
I'll see it again when it streams.
Definitely.
I'll watch
For
it again.
sure, absolutely.
But yeah, I definitely recommend going and seeing it if you have date night for Valentine's Day or even just around the holiday. It's Valentine's season, so
Yeah, absolutely.
it's make a date of it and go see this movie. Definitely see it with a date though. I mean, you don't have to be with a date, but you might
You
feel
could go with whoever you want.
if you go by yourself, you might feel a little lonely though, because there's a lot of on-screen chemistry here.
Yeah, well, just go see it no matter who you don't feel like you need somebody.
Yeah, for sure.
Go see it.
I'm just saying.
Go see it in the theater because I feel like
The,
sometimes these holiday movies, they don't get the ticket, like the box office, like they should. When it comes to horror, especially.
True.
So I'm
there was a
hoping
small
people go
crowd
see.
when we saw it. We saw it
There were a
opening
couple
night,
of-
didn't
There
we?
weren't a lot of people
The
there. It was a
technical-
couple.
Yeah, opening night. And at like the best time on a Friday night, it was like 8:30.
I know.
So,
Yeah, it wasn't a lot of people there.
Well, we had fun.
yeah.
Yeah, we had a blast.
All right, well, that's the end of our spoiler-free review. We're going to get into the movie now and talk a little bit more about it. So if you guys haven't seen it, don't want it spoiled, now's the time to bow out, and you can go check the movie out and then come back and listen to the rest of our review and see if you agree or disagree, and leave comments. Tell us what you liked, hated, whatever.
Hey, should ask someone, if you do go see it, tell me if you become like a giddy high mess from watching the movie and leaving, because I had the giggles for like an hour straight after
Yeah,
that.
it was intense.
Oh, that good, huh?
Yeah. So you remember Everywhere on the Way Home? Go Birds.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, that's right.
But I like the movie put me in such a good mood. I think that I was just laughing uncontrollably.
Fair enough. All right. Well, as I said, we're going to jump into spoilers here. So some of this stuff you saw in the trailer, but we're going to talk about the rest of the film and kind of get into some parts that we really liked and go through that. So
Yes.
all right. So like we said, the serial killer has been established. Hard Eyes has been around for a few years, killing people in different cities. And elsewhere, Allie, a pitch designer for a jewelry company who has recently broken up with her boyfriend, is being ridiculed for a commercial she wrote involving doomed couples. Holy shit, this was hilarious.
Yes.
Seen as offensive due to the recent string of murders.
It said till death do we
Oh my
part or
God.
something.
Dude, the commercial is so hilarious. I'm just like, oh. It was just like
why would you ever think you could do that?
It was every doomed, like it was like Romeo and Juliet,
Yep.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh, Bonnie and Clyde,
And it was like the moment of their deaths. It was like the fabric popping off instead of
like
blood.
artistic.
Oh my God. I loved it. I wonder if we can find it online.
It was hilarious. Yeah, instead of blood squibs, it was like
just
little red ribbons, like poop, popping off of the jackets as they did the dance.
It was like
of
watching
death.
a play.
It was great. So yes, Allie's boss Crystal orders her to work with famed designer Jay Simmons, whom Allie had encountered at a coffee shop earlier. Jay suggests they have dinner that night to gain inspiration, and Allie's best friend Monica helps her pick out an outfit. So yeah, they met before that at the coffee shop and had this little kind of flirty moment, but didn't he ask her?
He was like, "Are you sure that's your drink?" And she's like, "Can't bet."
Well, yeah, the whole
Whatever.
coffee thing, and they both had the same coffee, which is whatever. That's so ridiculous that I think that was actually like satire. I think that was like
it was because the guy said
it's
he
like
goes, it's really actually common. Like they thought that they got
along.
Like,
Can you move along, please? I got people in line.
Like because everybody thinks that their order is like
so
special, and it's all the same.
It's actually more common than you think. Now, can you move along?
Andrew Pearson said, love the original concept of our Hard Eyes.
Yes, Andrew, thanks for checking in,
Yeah.
brother. This was a great concept. So yeah, we're kind of did you see it yet, Andrew? We're in the spoilers, just a warning. So before we go any further, since you're just checking in. Yeah, they meet at the coffee shop. He asks her to like meet later or something, and she's just like, doesn't she shoot him down or something?
I think.
Yeah.
I think
She's
so.
kind of like she kind of like poops on his parade a little bit. So
Yeah,
he's just
yeah.
like, all right, whatever, and they just kind of go their separate ways. And then, of course,
He's the
just
one-
like a Hallmark movie,
Exactly.
like a Hallmark rom-com. She's like, she shits the bed in front of everybody. And when the chick was ripping her, when
Oh
her
my
boss was
God.
ripping
Oh my
her in front of
God.
everybody, oh my God, that shit was brutal. And oh my God, the boss. Who was the boss? She was great.
And her
She
best
was
friend was
hilarious.
funny too,
Oh,
because she
yeah.
was
I
like,
loved her.
"Oh,
best
it's okay.
friend.
She's
She was
getting
great.
fired today." Yeah, he's seen it. He said,
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
All right, good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean the whole there was like it was like essence of like Bridesmaids and some of like those and Mean Girls and some of like the
Oh.
you know, all that kind of
They
stuff.
had
where-
actual like one-liners. That's why I want to do it in ours, because even with this pick an outfit out, that was the entire scene in Clueless.
Right.
And they started out with Cher's Cher's actual outfit in Clueless, and then
that
they
was-
went.
That was one of the quotes too. Are you clueless or something?
Yeah,
there was something they kept dropping lines.
They
that
said
were-
a few other ones, and I should have taken notes.
I know. I was just like,
But and then I saw like Romeo and Michelle's outfits for when they go
Yes.
back. And there was a couple other ones, and I'm drawing a blank now. But they were all those, they were all from something.
Yeah. there was a lot of references.
Yeah, I loved it.
Easter eggs. All right, so yes, of course she's like, oh, you got to work with this world-renowned, marketing guy, and it's Jay, of course, standing there with the coffee that he just, still drinking the coffee.
Yes.
Is it still warm? How much later was this?
It's probably an iced
They
coffee.
sat through the whole
It looked like an
goddamn
iced coffee.
presentation. and
That's
he
not
was
that
like-
long.
I don't know, man. They sat through the whole presentation, and the boss tearing her a new asshole.
Yeah.
And he walks in with-
either way.
with the same
we'll
coffee
pretend it was
still?
an iced
Yeah.
coffee. Because
I think it was though.
I think it was too.
It
I
might
actually.
have
remember it being like the clear container that an iced coffee would be in, like a clear.
Was it? I don't
I
know.
think it
I thought it was the other one.
And
Hey,
this did
Either way, even if it was empty, him walking in there and even pretending.
yeah.
Could
That
have
could have
happened,
been. And again, that could have been like the satire kind of parody part of this that these guys, that meta part that these guys are known for. Of course, he's still holding the coffee.
Exactly.
Because it's a fucking rom-com. And they're taking the rom-com and putting it on its ear. Because that's like, we've run out of ideas. So now the idea is to take an idea that we are all so familiar with and just twist
Tweak
the
it.
shit
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Throw in a fucking killer or a
Mhm.
monster or Satan or
Exactly.
that's the new ideas, is to take the old ideas and smash in some of this other shit with it, at least in horror. So here we are.
It's good because it's comfort.
But it works
Then
on
it
a
makes
lot
you
of these.
uncomfortable.
Right.
So it's you have that balance.
Mhm. Because a lot of this stuff, you're like you said, like we've all said, there's points in this movie where you forget that you're watching a horror movie altogether, and you're just like, oh, they're so cute. Will they hook up? Oh, they gotta hook up.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wait, that's right. There's a fucking killer coming to get them. Holy
Oh,
shit.
damn.
So it's fun. It's
And
a lot
that's
of
how
fun.
you know you're watching a good movie too. Like when the writing is that good,
It
you
immerses
actually
you.
forget.
Nothing's forced.
Yeah, and like it was super immersive.
Yep, absolutely.
Every moment of it.
All right, so next up, Allie and Jay meet at the restaurant, but the conversation gets heated when they question each other's status and backstories. Jay leaves and Allie follows, kissing him as she sees her previous boyfriend approaching with his new girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, I saw that coming.
I know.
And it's just that's another stereotypical.
That happens in a movie.
It happens in every fucking Hallmark it's like that rom-com where the city girl goes home to her small town and she agrees to meet the farmer who she has nothing in common with for coffee, and they get into an argument and storm off, but she runs into her high school sweetheart who's got his new wife and kids and perfect life, and she kisses the farmer.
It happens with that Emma Roberts movie too, where she's like in sweatpants for like months, and her mom's like, you have to get together, and she finds just the something date like that you would bring to, she just like holiday date or whatever. but she kissed, like, she's like, this is my boyfriend, because she runs into her.
To the ex.
Boyfriend. Yeah, same thing.
We've all had that. Just
Yeah.
kissing random strangers because our ex just happens to be right there in
I've done
some random spot.
I've never done that.
I don't think I've ever done it. But
I've done it for friends too. I've been that person for friends. I'm like, we see this.
Sure you have.
Even just if it's like linking arms or holding hands, you know, you want to like.
Oh well,
help,
yeah,
you want to help your.
Yeah, sure. All right. Anyway, let's see. So she kisses him from a distance. Hard Eyes watches. The two of them reconcile their differences and take a cab to Allie's apartment, where Jay helps her break in after she forgets her key, cutting his hand in the process. Allie helps tend to Jay's wound upstairs, only for Hard Eyes to attack them.
Dude, so, I wasn't expecting that.
This whole scene. I was like, and this is when I was like, okay. So at the beginning of this scene where they get to her house and she's like, I forgot my keys. And he's like waiting. And I'm like, of course, because she's a fucking idiot and he's a
Did you think this is going to start becoming a bad movie?
I did, because I was like, now who the fuck is going to break the window to get in? Don't just call your goddamn landlord or somebody. Somebody's got a key somewhere to let you. I'm going to break the window to my building.
She did say something of the person not being there. They did cover that because he said, why don't you call like your... And she said something.
The whole thing of breaking the window, I was just like, what? All right, fine. And then it made sense when they got because I mean, he wanted to get him inside the apartment. You have to get the guy, because they're still not, we have to make the date go on or else there's no more movie.
Exactly.
So he has to break the window to be a gentleman and cut himself so that they can get into the apartment and go upstairs where we think they're safe, where we don't expect, don't expect anything to happen. Because at this point, nothing has happened to them. They have just been out on a date and not having any chemistry. It's crazy because the chemistry hasn't happened until they're being chased.
I saw the chemistry the entire time.
Well, but they don't for sure.
Chemistry was there. She was just denying it.
Right.
But this point, I literally remember thinking like, oh, come on. Like I had a moment of, are we going to get any killing? and then
she opens the closet door and the motherfucker is right there. And she shuts the door and was just like, wait, what? Boom! And there's out and goes right, and he jumps in, and there's this big fight, and it's fucking close quarters. And it was good. I was like, damn, okay. That's how we do it. That's how we get into this shit. And that's where the whole thing starts, and it doesn't really slow down from it.
No, and it was done in such like a beautiful way. Like she just went to go like grab something out of the closet open.
He's like wrapping the hand,
she's like, wait a minute. And you see her, and we were all like, oh.
She throws the thing, and he's just like,
You're like, oh my God.
That was a great fucking scare, great scene. And again, like I said, that's one of those things where you're totally not expecting it. You don't see it coming at all. Biggest problem with a lot of horror movies and especially horror movies for people who watch horror movies all the time, is we start to see the jump scares coming. We've been conditioned to know where these things happen. So it's so refreshing to have something to not know and to genuinely be like, holy shit, I really didn't see that coming. That was awesome.
And that's exactly
really
how
felt
like I started getting like, all right, I don't see them kiss. And I was like, oh, when
I was expecting, I was like, hey, is this rom-com time? We're just going off into rom-com territory, and then holy shit, it just fucking moved.
That was good. That was a good moment.
That's what I want. I love it. Amber Hoffmeister checking in.
Hey, Amber.
Hi, Amber.
Ashley Williamson, thanks for tuning in. Amityville Barbie co-star. We are talking Hard Eyes. Hopefully you've seen it, Amber. We're not spoiling anything for you. It was awesome. If you haven't seen it, go see it.
Yes.
It was a fucking ton of fun, especially for a Valentine's movie.
I'm hoping you didn't see it, or you're going to sign off and go see it and then check back, because I want to go back real quick. I just want to say that spa kill. Can we just talk about when she climbs into the thing? That was then, right?
Which...
She climbs into the thing
that was the winery kill.
Yeah, winery.
Oh,
yeah,
that was
winery
at the end of the.
Oh, yeah. The winery kill.
That one, I forgot to even bring that up. Like, that was fucking brutal.
I wasn't expecting that one either. Like,
and they were looking at her face, and that's when I thought it was going to be like I was like, something's
I knew she was. I was like, oh, don't climb in there. What are you doing? That's not going to end well. I didn't know what that thing did.
I mean, I'm sure she didn't either.
I'm glad it did what it did because holy
I thought
shit,
she just
that was
thought
a
it was
good
a
fucking
tank.
kill.
Like,
if you've ever wanted to see what would happen if the garbage compactor in Star Wars, if 3PO didn't turn it off, whoo, that was this scene. That's I feel like that's where this one came from. He was like, oh, what would happen if 3PO didn't turn off that garbage compactor? Let's put that in the movie.
on some evil,
fucking
wasn't
fucking eyeball pop out.
Yeah,
it exploded.
That was awesome.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
It was fantastic.
And that was right in the beginning. You know,
that was our opening kill.
We didn't mention that, but
all right. So back to where we are in the story here. So he comes, fights them in her apartment. Heart attacks him. He kills their cab driver. That's right, because the cab driver's still outside. So they race outside, and he has this fucking awesome little it's like a wrist crossbow that shoots those little fucking darts. Because they're like little metal darts, and he clicks it and they extend, and then he puts it in something. I guess that's right. He had like a little crossbow or something on his arm.
It was attached to his arm.
Boom, and he fucking right through the glass and takes out the cab driver.
Yeah, they were cool. I want some of that.
And those things were cool too, man. And they come
that's
into
a
play
unique
later.
weapon. Like,
that was a cool weapon.
It was attached to his arm. It wasn't like a traditional crossbow.
But we do see later, wasn't it?
And it's also related to Cupid because you have the arrows.
Yeah,
exactly.
Arrows,
that's what I figured.
And they were red, right? If I remember correctly.
Red and black. There was red on them.
They were metal, but
they were definitely metal. But I thought there was like maybe red trim
maybe
or something.
There was red on
maybe
it.
red tips or something.
Maybe.
I'm sure
but there was a release where like you press the button and
right. They were compact, and then you would press it to open it to full, so it would extend to full length.
But it was quick because he kills it with something.
He stabs with them. He uses them. He shoots them.
Who gets it through the face? Somebody. Oh.
Yeah, they went through like their eye socket.
Yeah, I forget.
Brutal.
And he doesn't just kill with that too. He's got the big. It's like a machete, but it's got like the brass knuckle.
Yeah, that thing
handle.
Was so cool. I want one of those too.
And actually, I was like, ooh.
When I saw that with the knuckles, I'm like, oh
yeah. What do we got? Okay, seeing comments. I'm not seeing comments on my live there. All right, so let's keep it moving. Heart attacks and kills cab driver, knocking Jay out in the process. Allie flees. That was fucked up.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, I felt so
and
bad.
ends up on a carousel before the police.
He's like, he
arrived.
loves me.
Yeah. And the carousel scene was cool too. There was some jump scares.
Oh
in there.
yeah, and like
you get to that was a good little cat and mouse thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like how the carousel was an obstacle too. Like he was struggling to get through all the horses, and like I think he broke a couple of them, right?
Yeah. He started smashing.
He's like starting smashing them and stuff, but like it was preventing him from getting to her, which just makes you more like anxious when you're watching it. You're like, is he gonna get her?
Well, if I was Allie, he would have got me because I would have been like puking, and I would have like, nope. I'm done. Done.
Allie flees, ends up in the carousel before the police arrive. Detective Jeanette Shaw and her partner Hobbs and Shaw.
Who is Devin Sawa.
And what was her name? It was Jordana Brewster.
Yeah.
Okay, Jordana Brewster, you might not know the name, but she was Fast and Furious. She plays she's Toretto's sister.
Yeah.
She's Vin Diesel's sister. She's family. So I find it hilarious that they were Hobbs and Shaw because
and they make that.
Yeah, they make the Fast and Furious joke.
Like, obvious.
Yeah. So they arrest Jay for the murders due to evidence regarding a wedding ring engraved with the initials JS at the winery where Hard Eyes murdered the first couple, though Jay claims his innocence.
That was so funny because he's like, why would I have a wedding ring with my own initials? I was like, oh my God.
At the station, Shaw and Hobbs point out Jay's initials matched on the ring. Shaw points out that he was in the same cities at the same time as the killer's previous attacks. Allie waits in the lobby with the desk clerk and meets David, who is working on the computers. David asks Allie out on a whim, but Allie declines due to her recent stress, and David leaves. Oh, David shooting his shot. Just random IT guy, just like he was like, I'm just gonna shoot my shot.
I knew something was up with that. I was like, what is going on here? What's going on?
All right, so anyway, where are we at? David shoots his shot. David leaves. Hard Eyes invades the station by deactivating the power and killing the clerk before moving in to attack Allie. Shaw confronts Hard Eyes, who disappears while Hobbs is killed. Allie rescues Jay, and they flee to a drive-in movie theater where Hard Eyes slaughters several moviegoers. All right, so right here, they're just knocking a couple sentences out, and this is like...
Right in here.
So we have a police station where you figure she might be safe?
Nope.
There's barely any cops in this police station, all right? But I mean, it was a great scene.
They're never.
It's literally just.
They're never like real cop places.
No,
they're like
it's
little town
like
places.
the receptionist cop who's never seen a day on the street in her life and probably doesn't even know how to service her revolver, and then the two detectives, and that's it. There was not another single cop in the entire precinct.
The thing is, there's a lot of police stations like that in the United States. There's a ton, especially small town places. You know,
I guess.
And you kind of get that. It was a city though.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
that's what I'm saying. This was a bigger city, so it just seemed a little weird. There were no other cops.
But you got to have it.
Because
if it was actually fingerprint, I don't want to get it. They would have gotten it anyway.
At any rate, let's see. They decide to flee the movie theater. Hard Eyes slaughter several moviegoers. Oh yeah, so they go to the movie theater again. A lot of people. You figure they could, that scene. They jump into the car, and they like. Just sit and the people in the back are all high and they're having sex and they're like, oh, and they're like, she gotta be quiet, killers here, and they don't, they're on edibles or tripping, whatever the hell the case may be.
They were way more than that.
No idea what the hell they were talking about, so they just went back to having sex, right? And they just laid back down and had a little chat, did some more bonding.
Yeah.
Some more date time bonding.
Yeah.
And then the couple in the back having sex start to climax and they start like screaming.
And they're like, shh.
And what is it? He kills them.
He opens the back door.
The back door just
through. I think he.
Oh no! First he has the tire iron, and he's holding it like it's like a cross. It's one of the cross-shaped tire irons.
Oh yeah.
And the dude she was on top riding the guy. So when he opens up, the guy's head is there looking up, and all you see is him like this, and boom, right in his mouth. With the fucking tire iron, cry, and it goes out the back of his head.
Yes.
And the chick starts screaming, and then how does he kill the girl?
He puts a hole in her, because then we see through her.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Her mouth.
Oh no, he grabs her and smashes her down on him and pulls her back up. Yeah. And we see the hole in her mouth then. Oh, that was
such a good shot.
That's right. Super creative kill.
Yeah.
Smash him with a tire iron, and then he grabs the other head and smashes it on top of it.
That's right.
Like a fucking waffle maker.
I know.
It's like the waffle maker of death. And then he opened it up and peekabooed through.
Yeah.
And they're in the front seat. So all this is taking place, and it's a great shot too. Yeah. This is like very, very creative cinematography. Great setup, great use of the effects and camera angle and everything else. And this whole time that they've been like kind of bonding in the front seat now, and they've been using the POV looking back. So now we cut to the same POV, except this time it's the head, and you see through the head, and you see just the glowing hard eyes through the fucking like gaping hole in the fucking head.
It was so good.
That was really
the camera pans back, and great shot there. So excellent fucking kill. All right. They decide to confront the killer. In the scuffle, Jay manages to stab Hard Eyes, and they unmask him to reveal an unknown man. The two of them are tended to by an ambulance while Shaw arrives with a hurt arm. She offers Jay a ride home, and he accepts. And she's been like flirting with him a lot.
At that moment, I'd say, I think I looked at you and I said, "Who the fuck is that?"
Which with the guy? Yeah, we all did.
I was like,
we were all just like, "Who the fuck is that?" I don't know who the fuck that is. Yeah, he killed some guy, and they were just dead, and we were like, "Who?" And they pulled the mask off, and we were all just like, "Who the fuck?
Who are you?" And
But at the same time, I was like, the movie's not even near over yet.
Yeah, I knew so.
This is still early. There's still a lot of.
I was like, "Oh, is this a switch?"
There's still time here. Bait and switch. This is the screen, guys. Something's up. Something's up. And then it kind of started to feel like something was up with her because she was so intent on him being in like. So yeah, then we get. let's see. So Shaw gives Jay a ride home. At home, Allie realizes she loves Jay and goes to find him at the airport.
Which
So again, here we go.
there's always those movies.
That moment.
And in 10
Go to her.
in 10 things I
It's usually the guy going to
can't hardly wait. Jennifer Love Hewitt goes to or Freddie Prinze Jr.
Good.
That happens, and I think 10 Things I Hate About You. They do it too. But I always said, I'm like, I go, how would you? And they're always like riding up the escalator, and then they're right at
TSA
the
and
top.
all that other shit. They just be hurtling that shit.
But
I gotta do it for love.
they didn't do all that. They just went to the airport because I remember I was like, how do they find each other at the airport?
I didn't know what flight they were on. I didn't know what terminal to go to. You just get out of the cab and start running around. There!
Yeah.
And then she like hugged the wrong guy at first.
Oh God, that's right.
Yes,
that was great.
It was like
That's
some
right. I
random dude,
forgot
and he was
about
just
that.
like, what?
Oh my God. But yeah, it's so cliche. This the go to her at the airport, or go to him, save it, do it for love, and run it in the. So yeah,
Rachel did it for Ross and Friends. I mean, it
God.
always happens. She goes to the wrong airport. They're like, "Where are you, JFK?" No, Newark. Oh, and then everyone gets sad.
All right, so Allie doesn't find Jay, and Heart Eyes calls her, telling Allie he's holding Jay captive at St. Valentine's Chapel. Allie arrives. Heart Eyes unmasks himself as David, the IT nerd.
Oh, really? You did have a reason in this movie.
Because when we first see David, you're just kind of like, what was the point of this? It was so random. Like when you first see him.
It was random, but I also thought that it was like
we're trying.
Like I also felt like they were. I thought he was going to get killed or something. When he managed to leave, I was like, okay, yeah.
I thought maybe he was going to be somebody.
I thought maybe he was going to save them at some point.
But I just thought it was just like another a dating commentary, like a commentary on.
Like she doesn't want to date anyone.
Not just that, but just like how guys are just like, oh, just want to shoot my shot. And he was like, oh, didn't he say he saw her on an app or something like that? Aren't you on an app?
Are you on Bumble?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
So there was a whole thing. They had like a little talk about how it sucked to try and date nowadays and all. There was
it wasn't like too forced. It was like, okay, she's showing that she's not ready to date, and so when they actually get together, it's going to feel better. So
so it kind of plays in there. So now he's the killer, and let's see. Who reveals that the previous Hard Eyes was a copycat and fanboy named Eli. So David's the original, so he says, and I guess the one before. So does that mean David did the first killing and then somebody copycatted him that second year, and now David's coming back?
They said it all, so we would have to. They literally broke it all down.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through and figure it out.
I don't remember. I don't think
we're getting there.
We don't need to figure all of that out.
No. I mean, I want to know for my own.
Yeah.
But all right. So Shaw then reveals herself as another Hard Eyes copycat. 3 fucking Hard Eyes copycat.
And guess what? Her initials are JS.
Oh no. That's what it said. So the other guy was the guy who they found, the unmasked, that nobody knew who. That was Eli. I'm sorry. That's who. So, but yes, who did the killing in the other cities? That's where we're trying to figure out. But she and David had committed. Well, she says both she and David have committed every murder as Hard Eyes, switching out the costume. Shaw in particular attacked them at the apartment, while David killed the cab driver and the couple at the winery, losing his ring. Their motivation is a kink for killing together for fun. They present Allie with the choice of killing herself for Jay, but she shoots Shaw instead, hitting Jay in the process.
That was such a dumb thing. Why are you giving her a gun?
Yeah, well.
But and also just them being the killers, I think this was our answer to possibly have more. Like it kept it open-ended because
for sure.
I didn't believe them for a second that they did all the killers.
Yeah, I mean, this chick is a cop in Seattle, so like, how did she do?
I think there's more.
There was
I think there's
cities the last 2 years. So was she not a cop in Seattle then? Did she take a vacation then and go kill out in other
that's why I
cities or
think,
something?
That's why I think it's it's going to be, you know, so we can have
I think
more.
it's all copycats everywhere. I think it's just a matter. I think it's. I think that's what this whole thing is setting up to be. Like, you're going to get some incel that hates love and just goes out and kills couples on Valentine's Day.
Copycats, just like Ghostface.
Dude, you could do a movie where it's like a whole where they have like a whole like incel internet network that plans like a national, like where every city has a fucking hard eyes. Could you imagine? It's like the Purge on Valentine's Day.
No, that would be so crazy.
Insane.
No. Oh my god.
Like a nationwide slasher epidemic in major cities. That would be insane.
FBI, don't watch this, please. I swear.
No, I'm saying for a movie concept.
I'm just kidding.
So take this concept on this.
You get that wrong.
Well, no, but if you look at this in the city by city, if you're looking at it as this is copycat killings taking place city by city by somebody or a couple that has a kink or by some incel who's pissed off or whatever, and you apply that to the internet and networking, and it kind of makes sense that they could, like,
well, if you have
multiple people in different cities doing this, they could organize and do like a fucking.
They could, however, and that very well might happen. However, I would think
Call
that
me, I'll help write.
I think they
coordinate whatever you need.
You're thinking of they would all want to be known that they're copycats. I think they're too proud and narcissistic to even let that happen. They want to be the one and only. You know what I mean?
I don't know. If they're copycatting somebody else, they know they're not the one and only. It could be like the Heart Eyes cult.
Well, that could very well happen. Wasn't there something like that? Similar?
I don't know. Anyway, we'll get through the end of this and come back to that. The two couples fight as Jay stabs David in the eye with an arrow.
That was cool.
That was good. Resulting in David falling on candles where the wax burns him to death.
And that was brutal.
That was pretty bad. But
do you know how many
this shit caught fire really quick.
Yeah, I saw that too. But do you know how many couples burn each other with wax, thinking they're being kinky and fun, and they end up in the ER with burns? Yeah. It happens.
I believe it.
No, I believe it too. But it was just like that shit went up fast. I was like, you would think that he might wear less flammable material, being somebody who is, I don't know, out in
what.
He's like
I know he didn't think he was gonna get.
No, but if you're like wasn't he in the costume?
I don't remember.
I thought he was in.
I thought they were all in costume at this point, and they like kind of unmasked themselves. So like if you're in tactical gear, usually that shit's flame retardant or at least kind of flame resistant. And that shit went up like that. I was like, wow, that shit was just from some candles.
Maybe that's why.
I mean, there was a lot of candles, but.
Maybe it's because he's the copycat,
not the real thing.
Not the real thing.
He doesn't. It's not real It's only tactical.
Yeah, tactical.
Tactical gear just looks cool. It doesn't actually have tactical benefits. So that could be what it was. It was tactical gear. See? All right, we're on to something.
No, brain's always spinning.
We're on to something. All right, so. Burns him to death. Allie then pushes Shaw onto a statue, stabbing her in the neck with a metal straw as it slowly decapitates.
Oh, that first scene with that metal straw, cool. I looked at it and I go, that's going to be a weapon later. And then they right away. The first time, not even the second. The second time it was obvious when she used it. The first scene, I said, that's going to be a weapon later. There is no reason. And it's funny that they even use it, I hate these paper straws. We all do. But I was that's coming back.
It's a metal straw.
Going to do a tracheotomy or something.
I was not expecting the metal straw to be involved in a decapitation. But that was honestly one of the coolest kills in this movie. It was insane. It really was. It was so cool.
Definitely. And the effects on that final kill when she's like impaled. On like the back, Saint it's like Valentine. The base of the skull because it comes out of her mouth. The face of the sword. So it comes out of her mouth. So it's like.
Oh, that was.
And it decapitates her from like the jaw down, right?
It was her neck.
It was the neck because the head's up still.
It was all her. Right. Yeah, and it looked like fibers ripping.
Yep. And it just tore it.
But it was cool that it was St. Valentine's was. Saint Valentine was
the one that she pushed
into. Beheaded, so it's a statue of him holding his own head, and he beheads her.
Yes, symbolism.
Yeah, obvious symbolism.
Homages,
but it was cool.
Very much so. All right, so let's see. So stabbing her neck with a metal straw, slowly decapitates her. At the same time, Jay shoots David with another arrow, finally ending his and Shaw's killing spree. 1 year later, Allie returns to med school, and the couple attend a drive-in movie. Jay asks Allie to move in with him, but she instead proposes, and he accepts.
That was so cute.
It was cute.
It was
adorbs. It was totes
so
adorbs. It was totes adorbs.
It was like, that gay adorbs. You're like, oh, I should have done that. I love it.
I mean, it was yes, totally adorable in a Hallmark movie kind of way.
Absolutely.
And
Joe Nero checking in. What's up, Joe Nero? How you doing, brother? Thanks for tuning in. We're almost at the end here. So yeah, they do all that. I mean, didn't he ask her if it was weird that they went back to the drive-in movie after the whole thing?
Yeah, because you said
I
something. You're like,
said it, and then they said it.
And they said it, yeah. I was like, oh, we have to. And then she gets the phone call at the post-credit scene.
So the mid-credit scene, Allie receives a mysterious and sinister phone call, which is then revealed to be Monica, pretending to be Heart Eyes, having photographed the proposal.
Well, it was exactly
the same way they started the movie at the beginning.
But except no death in this one.
No death. Yes, and that was great too, with the photographer trying to capture the photo at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so good. Because you get to
coming
see
through.
like the picture that he took.
And that's what they use,
like, as he was getting killed.
They're like, how do you know it's Heart Eyes? And the picture pops up and you can kind of see the little face and smile on the heart eye. And
it's kind of like a big
And something they don't
picture.
mention here is when Monica's on the phone with Allie at the end of the movie, like like Heart Eyes is talking to Monica at the end of the movie. Like there was that kind of like open-ended kind of thing. Like her phone like glitches out and the voice changes and she's like, hello.
Oh really?
Yeah. And they didn't write that here, but yes, that was like, for
wait, I thought
for
that
a
was just
possible
Allie
other
the whole
movie.
time.
Google Heart Eyes ending. See if it says.
Because Monica was like, yeah, because she was like,
meaning to it.
It changed. The voice changed, and it was Heart Eyes instead.
Oh, I don't.
So while Steph looks that up, real quick production notes. Films directed by Josh Rubin, produced by Spyglass Media, script written by Philip Murphy, Michael Kennedy, and Christopher Landon. Filming took place in New Zealand in June 2024. In October, it was announced that Jay Wadley was composing the film's score. In June 2024, Republic Pictures acquired distribution rights. Sony acquired North American distribution rights and released it February 7th, 2025. Box office in the United States and Canada. Hard Eyes was released alongside Love Hurts and was projected to gross 7 to 8 million from 3,102 theaters in its opening weekend. The film made 3.7 million on its first day, including an estimated 1.1 million from Thursday night previews. It went on to debut to 8.3 million, finishing second behind Holdover Dogman, a child's movie, which is a huge hit. So it's not bad. It beat Love Hurts. The film underperformed with couples. Wow, strangely enough, with only 40% of opening weekend attendees going with a spouse or date, on par with the previous weekend's opener companion. Critical response on the review aggregator website, Rotten Tomatoes, 81%
Okay, I
of
might be wrong. I might
100
be remembering that differently.
and 14 critics' reviews are positive. So got 81% positive from the critics with an average rating of 6.4 out of 10. Website's consensus reads, a mixture of gory slasher and sweet rom-com that ingenuously nails both formulas. Heart Eyes serves up a bloody Valentine that'll make the heart skip a beat. Metacritic, which uses a weighted average, assigned the film a score of 62 out of 100 based on 25 critics, indicating generally favorable reviews. Audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of B- on an A+ to F scale, while those surveyed by PostTrack gave it a 68% overall score. The 60 seemed kind of low. I found this to be like a 75, 80%.
Oh, I agree.
I thought it was great, man.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Really solid.
Warren Harris
Seems like the
Jr.?
critics liked it a lot better than the fans did. We had 81%.
Yeah, that's
on Rotten
usually the
Tomatoes.
opposite on stuff that I like. But I don't know. Well, hopefully that changes. Warren Harris Jr. says, "Sup, y'all."
Hey, what's up, Warren? Thanks for tuning in.
So yeah, at the end, what it says, there's a post-credit scene. Just says while she congratulates the couple on their relationship milestone, the call is cut off. So, and that's what I remember. And she just sips her. She's like, oh, and she just sips, but it's kind of like open-ended. You don't know what happened.
Okay, yeah, I remember that wrong.
It just cuts
but
away.
It's a callback to when Hard Eyes actually called her before, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but I think they're going to make other ones. They should.
I would hope so.
Yeah, there's definitely room for more.
Don't make it a one and done.
Yeah. Well, if it's successful, that's what it depends on. If it's successful, they'll make some more.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm gonna push everyone to go see it.
Yeah, for sure. Is this on? I'm not getting any of the comments on my actual restream.
Yeah, I see that. I don't see that. I mean,
yeah, and I don't see any comments in my.
I don't always see. I don't even know if I'm seeing all of them. Sometimes I don't see all of them. So
in the live chat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing anything. Way more than you.
Apologies if you guys are commenting and we're not seeing them. It's not popping up on our. On our restream here. This is our first time back on in a while. Restream's changed a few things, so I don't know if we didn't reconnect something probably.
Yeah, I'm going to bank on
properly, but
bank on that.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, y'all can hear us. We were able
it's to fine. It's fine.
Get through an episode. It's been a while, so we just wanted to come here and talk to y'all before Valentine's Day about this holiday slasher.
Yeah, it's been like since before Christmas at least.
Wow.
Definitely. Yeah, we owe you guys some more reviews too. We've seen quite a few movies, and we've got to get some more reviews out to y'all. So
yeah,
we will be back. So all right, let's
be back.
Let's wrap this one up. We do have more work to do, of course, always more work. So in closing, I want to give scores.
I don't. I'm bad with scores. I liked it a lot. I want to watch it again. So that always ranks me in the above 80% because rewatchability. I had fun. I laughed. I got a little choked up. I like the gore. I say everyone go see it. Go see it in the theater too, if you didn't see it already. Mm-hmm. So I love 2 thumbs and a heart. Oh.
Go ahead,
man. I'm also not good with scores. I'm not going to give you a percentage. I just thought it was really, really good. I thought the story writing was fantastic. You forget that it's a horror movie when you're watching it, but there's lots of jump scares. You don't know what's coming. You don't know when it's coming. It's exciting. The gore is fantastic. I felt like all the kills were super creative. Mm-hmm. They were definitely well thought out. And love the character design. Love the killer. Love the concept. I love that it's also open-ended, so you can make more movies. But yeah, I absolutely recommend it. It's like we've seen a lot of horror movies lately, and this is probably one of the best ones in a while, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, absolutely recommend. Go see it. It's really good.
And
real quick, what's up, Anthony Noble? Thanks for tuning in. We're wrapping up our review of Heart Eyes here. So if you haven't seen it yet, you missed all the spoilers. So you came in at a good time.
Go see it.
I'm about to give my final thoughts on it. And it's the year's early. It's only February, but this is my favorite movie of the year so far. This is my favorite horror movie of the year. Probably my favorite movie of the year so far that's come out this year. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've enjoyed as much.
No, we haven't. It's only February.
I know it's only February, but we watch a lot of movies. I've been watching.
This is going to hold on for a while because
this one's the top of the list right now. This has, like we've all said, the writing is so good. It combines the comfort and the cliche, and normally. You guys know me. I will rip movies apart for using cliches, lazily writing tropes in, lazily using, but this isn't lazily using it. They're using these tropes and cliches on purpose because they're setting you up to kind of lull you into a sense of security because they want you to feel like this is the same kind of movie you've always seen. They want you to have these preconceived expectations to this kind of movie so that they can flip the fucking table on you and scare the shit out of you at any given moment. And it works so well. I can't express enough how well it works. it's just outstanding writing. I like even like the parts where I say like why of course he's gonna who breaks their window to go into to get into but somebody in a Hallmark movie or a Lifetime movie will break a window to get into them. I mean, they will do these dumb things in these rom-coms. They do them. So so yes, like it totally makes sense. That's where when I usually say that all the cliches and tropes and all that stuff is bad, lazy writing, it's actually pretty clever writing in this because it's kind of setting you up. Yeah. It's not just satirizing it, though. It is satirizing it, and it's poking fun at it, but it's also using it to make you comfortable, to lull you into that sense of security where you don't realize that you're about to have the killer jump out of a fucking closet.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Or you're about to have somebody get an arrow through their temple. You know, like you don't expect it when it comes out and happens to you because they're using the cliches and the tropes of the rom-com to make you forget. To make you forget you're in it. So in that sense, I find the use of this stuff brilliant as opposed to like a normal movie where you're like the goal isn't to like lull you to sleep into the thing where they're actually thinking they're being clever and they're using these tropes in a bad
and you're like
way that's boring as shit. Now it's doing it for the opposite effect to kind of fake you out. So who knows how long it'll work, but we've been seeing some kind of stuff like this lately.
I found it all very entertaining.
Yeah, I loved it. I'd probably give it like at least 4 out of 5 stars, at least maybe like 4.25.
Oh shit, that's a high one.
Put those little quarter
stars
on there because 4.5 is like a damn near perfect movie. So it's tough to get 4.5, but this one is close. So I would say 4.25 stars. This one is fucking awesome. Absolutely see it in the theater while it's there. The sound was really good too. We didn't talk a lot about the sound design, but there was some stuff in there too that was very much like they used to add to the jump scares. And
I felt like there were a lot of creative camera shots and angles as well. Or there was a lot of close-ups. There was a lot of like close-up stuff and good like transitions and stuff. It was well like put together.
Stunt work was really good too. The stunts were really good because there's a lot of chasing and fighting in close quarters and weapons and stuff like that being used. And, it was really solid all around.
Very cool.
Music was good. Score.
I mean, what I remember, a couple songs, that are very, known songs and. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, didn't they used like God, I'm trying to think of some of the songs now. What was this?
They used
there were
the
some popular
songs for Be My Baby.
Yeah.
They used I always think of what's his name in 10 Things I Hate About You. I need you, baby. When he's in the bleachers. And they used that in the trailer.
Yeah. They use a lot of the like popular love songs. So all right, well, there you have it. We all loved it.
Yep, Anthony just said I want to see it and the horror Y2K, which we have to do a review on that too.
Yes, we do have to do Y2K.
Both of that movie and this, I'll just say, like with the one-liners and the 90s and 2000s nostalgic moments, it was right up my alley. That's exactly my wheelhouse. I know way too much about every movie in that time period, and I can quote everything and wardrobe and everything. So I was having so much fun in both of those movies, calling everything out. So, yep, see them both, Anthony.
I like Y2K too. We'll save that for another show. But even that was a 2024 movie, so that doesn't really count for 2024.
Oh, was it?
It'll count for us since we'll review it in 2025.
Yeah, because people haven't seen it.
We haven't talked about it, and we don't know who's seen it or not yet. So
we could do like a double feature one, maybe.
Yeah, because we have a couple we got to get out there. And we still have to do Stupid Wolfman too.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a good one like Y2K because there's not too much to talk about, and we'll just. Oh no, you're going to go on rants with Wolfman.
Wolfman.
I don't know. I kind of just don't want to.
I don't want to.
I just want to pretend that I never saw it.
God. Yeah. All right. Well, yes. Again, go see Hard Eyes. See it in the theater. Support horror movies. Ton of fun. Let us know if you've seen it what you thought in the comments, and let us know what's coming out that you're excited that you want to see us review and talk about.
Yes.
And don't forget to follow Amityville Barbie, and the teaser's going to drop any day now. We've been really busy here, and it's going to be, I promise it's almost ready.
Almost. Almost.
All right, ladies.
All right.
Let's wrap it up.
Please. Have a good night, y'all.
Stay spooky.
Bye.